Hey guys, welcome back to another edition. Sorry it took me a little while to put this one out, but I do miss you guys and I love you guys. But thanks to Chuffy, he guilted me into doing a quick video today. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you my top 10 tools of the trade. So if you're a hobbyist, if you're into modeling, if you're into working with minis and playing minis, these are my top 10 tools that I would recommend for you. If you're a new player or if you're new to the hobby and you want to get started but you're not quite sure what you want to use, what you want to get, here are the things that I would recommend. Number 10. This is very important and square one. So I would recommend, first things first, is you get yourself a little bit of glue. So here is some glue for you. This is the one I use. It's hard to pronounce. It's cyanoacrylate. Cyanoacrylate. That's what I'm going to guess. I don't know. I don't know if that's right or wrong. Anyway, so you get yourself some of this, and if you're going to have some glue, you might as well get some unglue. So this is cure and this is uncure. They work very well together. Number 9. The next thing you're going to need, and I think this is very important and it goes with the glue, is you want to get yourself a cutting board. This is a cutting board. So what it allows you to do is it allows you to cut. Here is a blade. Here is another thing that you want to get. But it allows you to cut, and this is self-healing. So you can cut little minis off the sprue. You can cut things off of the sprue and not worry about damaging your table. So you want to get yourself one of these. This happens to be a scalpel. I got it on the cheap, but it's really, really nice and it works well, and the blade is very sharp. So you want to get yourself a cutting mat, a blade, and if at all possible, this is probably one of the greatest things ever. This is a sprue cutter. Now this one here is, I don't know if you can read the brand. I can barely read it. It says Xuron, X-U-R-O-N, Xuron. So that's the brand that I have, but I think it works very, very well. And what you want to do is you want to get in and you want to cut the sprue. It makes for a very, very clean cut, and it will save your blade over the long haul. Number 8. Now you want to get yourself some good paints, good quality paints. That's the next thing you want to get. I happen to use Vallejo paints, okay? And one thing that I do is I like to take a dab of this stuff when I get a brand new one. I like to open this up, I like to shake up the bottle, and I like to put a dab right on top, so that if you have many different types of paint and you don't know which is which, at a very, very quick glance, you can tell what it is that you have, especially when you start to bunch up a ton of these things, and you will eventually collect a ton. So you want to get yourself some paint, and to go with it, you want to get yourself some washes. This happens to be an old Citadel wash. I say old because GW has brought out a new line of washes. I don't know what they call them. They came out with them summer of 2012. Number 7, if you're going to be painting, you're going to want to get yourself some good quality brushes. I always recommend good quality brushes because you're going to be painting many, many minis, and it really, really makes a difference. Some folks swear by the cheapies, but I really prefer to use the nicer stuff. So here is a range of some paintbrushes that I have. People always recommend the Winsor Newton. These are Winsor Newtons brushes. These are watercolors. Now they're not quite for acrylic, but they work very, very well, and they come in various sizes. You see that I have everything from the, I'll put my hand here, 00, the 0, the 1, if you can see without the glare, and the 2. So these work very, very well, so you want to get yourself some quality brushes. Okay, number 6. To go with your quality brushes, I highly, highly, highly recommend this. This is brush cleaner. This happens to be, it's called the Masters Brush Cleaner and Preserver. If you ever get a chance to use these things, these are wonderful, especially when you're going to buy some brushes that are going to run you anywhere between $10, $12, $13 a piece. So you want to have one of these. What you do is you, again, probably the best investment that you can make as a beginner, one of the starter things. You're going to be painting for a long time, you're going to paint minis, and that's going to put wear and tear on these expensive brushes. The nice thing is that they do keep their tips very, very well, but what you want to do is, this is kind of like a soap. So what you do is, maybe you wet this up a little bit, you take your brush and you lather it up. When you have a nice lather, you use the palm of your hand, that's what I do, and you just kind of brush it away. And then reform the tip, leave a little bit of the soap on there, and it's going to pay you tenfold easily for the amount of money that you pay for your brushes. Number 5, green stuff. What is green stuff? Green stuff is simply a mixture of putties. It's commonly referred to as green stuff. This is, what I do is I keep these in a Ziploc bag, and they keep for much, much longer. They stay fresher. So there are plenty of videos out there that will show you how to use green stuff, and I recommend 2 YouTubers that are really, really good at using green stuff. So the guys that you want to follow, if you don't know who these people are, do yourself a favor right now. Click on the link below, and you can always come back, or at the end of the video, you'll see in the information bar a way to quick link to these users. The first one is Van Hammer. Van Hammer's been around, I think it's Van Hammer 73. Van Hammer 73 has been around for such a long, long time, and he is a legend in the wargaming community, especially for 40K folks. He does really, really good work with fur and capes and all kinds of custom minis, and I think he might even take some commissions. The second guy that I highly recommend, and I've given him a shout out before, his name is Asjara. You want to see what this guy does. It's magic what he does with green stuff. The idea is he'll take some of the yellow, some of the blue, mix them up together in a little ball, and then go on and sculpt from there. Number 4. This is a little bit advanced, but it's something that's really, really cool. This is called a pin vise. It's very, very useful. It's nothing more than a little drill that you can swap out the bits for. This is excellent for pinning down any metal models, or even for drilling out the bolter holes. You're going to see a lot of the hardcore guys, if you want to match in with them and you want to get some respect on the tabletop, you're going to want to drill out the bolter holes if they're not already drilled out for you. It just depends. Some of the newer models, I think the detail's there, but in many cases they're not. So what you do is you swap this out and you can use this. Number 3. So now that you've got your drill bit and your little holes that you can drill, the next thing you're going to want to get are magnets. These are little magnets that you can put and swap out weapons, swap out arms. It gives you versatility in your armies if you have the option to do so. You may not want to do it with every single guy you have, but it really works well with maybe perhaps some sergeants or leaders, independent characters, the ones that have options to change the weapon and do different things. So these are neodymium magnets. I have a tutorial on magnets. If you want to take a look at it, you can check out my other vids. Okay, the next thing you're going to want to get is going to be some basing materials. So here I have some sand, I have some flock, I have different kinds of flock to add some texture and add some realism to bases. So this is basing material. I guess that's the best way to put it. This is some cork that's been broken up to simulate maybe some rocks. And then here is maybe a little bit coarser stuff. And then also here's another product that's very, very cool. This is called Black Lava. A company called Vallejo makes this, and I really, really love Vallejo products. But this is so neat. I'm going to open it up for you and give you guys a look. It's like a textured paint. GW puts their own version of this out as well. I don't know if you can see the detail here. I'll try to get it close. But you see it's like some black paint with some sand in it. It's very, very good to add texture to the bases. Very, very realistic. So Black Lava. So you want to get yourself some basing material. Oh snap! Number 1! The epitome of awesomeness. When you're ready, when you've invested enough time into the hobby, and when you want to grow and come up to the big leagues, here's the next thing you're going to want to get. Now this one here happens to be a Renegade Chrome. This is an airbrush. It's made by the Badger company, and I believe that There are other YouTubers that use this very same airbrush as well. So I'm going to open it up for you, and this is what the chrome looks like. I'll have to do some follow-up videos because there's so much to an airbrush to know and to see and appreciate. So I'll definitely do a follow-up, but this is the coolest thing that you can get. This one here happens to be a dual action, so you can press down, up and down, and you can also pull back on this. So there's two actions that you can do. Here I am loosening it up a little bit, so you can pull it back and press it down. Lots of cool things that you can do with this. This airbrush is pure awesomeness. So this is the Renegade Chrome. I can't say enough good things about it. Thanks for watching my top 10 tools of the trade. Hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like, please feel free to subscribe or leave a comment below if you'd like to see me go in depth one of the items that you've seen here. Or if you'd like me to review a product that maybe you haven't seen or that you think that I should have included, please let me know. Thanks again, and hope to see you on the next one.